Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for March the 30th, 2024. It is Easter Eve, the last day before Easter. If you have not done your Easter shopping like I told you to do last week, you've got a day ahead of you. Get out there and do it before it gets any busier after you watch this video. So this week, Disneystore.com released a bunch of those like Pandora slider charms that I've seen people go like just absolutely like gaga for. Not my thing. They're really not, I think, directed towards men anyways. Not in the traditional masculinity sense. I am not judging you if you happen to like them and you identify as a male. Just traditional gender roles, as bad as those roles may actually be. Well, there's some cute ones over. There was a Sorcerer Mickey, which was cute, but yeah, I don't do those. My wife doesn't do those, and that's good because they're expensive. I mean, they seem like a lot more expensive than those old charm bracelets that had like the links on them. You remember those? Those were really popular for like 6 months, about a dozen years ago. On the Lego side of things, we did get to see pictures of the next collectible minifigure series, which is going to be space themed. This does seem to be the year of space as far as Lego is concerned. Everything's gotten space. Friends, city, everything. Because that's all there is Friends and city. That's all that matters. Obviously, licensed stuff doesn't necessarily get covered by that. But the space minifigures look pretty cool. We're going to have a pink space baby to go with the blue space baby we got a couple of series ago. Sadly, and to my biggest disappointment, we didn't get any aliens like Alien Conquest. Alien Conquest is probably second only to Monster Fighters for my series that I miss and wish they would bring back. And I remember back when Alien Conquest was out, we did get an Alien Conquest style figure in that minifigure series, but yeah, none this time, unfortunately, which is a little disappointing. But I still will be picking those up. Be good to try out those new apps they have for scanning the QR codes on the bottom to make sure you get a full set. I don't know if I'm going to try to get a box of them from Lego.com or not, or just use the barcode thing and just go buy them at Target or Lego store or something. I haven't decided yet. Probably depend on what kind of giveaways they have, because I'm assuming they're not on the coming soon page, but I know people have started to see them in stores already, which makes me believe they are coming out on the 1st. So what, day after tomorrow, Monday? So yeah, I'm not sure how I want to proceed on that. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, we'll see what the new promo kits are on the 1st and what the buy-in prices for them are. But aside from that, today is also, aside from being Easter Eve, today is also day 2 of SAC Anime Roseville, or possibly known as SAC Anime Spring, because that's what it says on my wristband, is SAC Anime Spring, not SAC Anime Roseville, which is the name of the website and what's on the signage and stuff. So I'm not sure what happened and when and what the actual proper name is. So I'm going to use them interchangeably. And when you watch the video that I'm recording for SAC Anime, which will come out next Sunday, I will probably go back and forth between the two somewhat frequently. Of course, tomorrow will be the annual Easter Blind Basket, where the Easter Bunny has promised we will have that big old dinosaur egg I got from SAC Anime back in like 2020, chock full of blind box goodies. So that's something to come on back for in about 24 hours. We'll have ourselves a nice like hour long at least of going through blind items, including, the Easter Bunny has hinted to me, possibly some Lorcana. So if you like watching people open Lorcana cards, that could be a thing you may want to come back for. But today we're going to look at pins. Yep, it's only our second pin video of the year. We're almost at the end of March, a quarter of the way into the year, and we're at only our second pin video. And today we have a couple D23 pins, plus a couple of pins I moaned and whined about a while back about us not getting. One my wife had ordered, and Disneystore.com, still shop Disney at that point, just didn't bother to send. And one that I'd wanted to order and we didn't, and it had sold out. They both came back in stock, and we're going to look at those right now. Let's go on down there and check out some pins. So let's start off looking at the disappointment pins. I don't call them that because the pins themselves are disappointing. I call them that because we were both disappointed in not getting them on our first try, or rather, not getting one on the first try and having not ordered one when I thought we had. And we'll start off with the one that my wife had wanted, the one that we had definitely ordered, and DisneyStore.com just didn't bother to send us, and then canceled the order. They refunded it, but they had, didn't make any effort to make good on like getting the item to us, like reaching out when it became available again or anything. I just happened to notice that I had wishlisted the one that I wanted, and seeing that it was back in stock, I thought I'd check and see if the one my wife wanted was also back in stock, and it was. It would have been nice. Had people at shopdisney.com reached out and said, hey, we know we screwed up on this. We gave you a gosh, oops email on this. We'd like to make it good. We got it back in stock. Do you want to order it again? And maybe waive some shipping on that, since we would have gotten free shipping because we qualified for it the first time around. But they didn't. And I could probably rant for 20 or 30 minutes on that. But you've probably heard, if you watch the videos, you've heard me do it before, or more realistically, you've skipped over me doing it before, and you just completely clicked away from the video. So we won't do that now. Instead, let's look at that pin, and that is the Sleeping Beauty 65th anniversary pin. Now, we did get, in that other video, the D23 Sleeping Beauty 65th anniversary pin. This one is the non-D23 version, and I feel like it strikes some similar notes. It's got, oh, come on. It is stuck in the bag. It's got, Maleficent and Aurora on it, just like that one did, only they're like kind of faced away from each other. I think they were facing each other on the D23 pin. It's already been put away, otherwise I would grab it and we'd look at them together. I mean, of course, I could always look back at the video or the pictures of the pin from that video and compare them, but I'm lazy. But yeah, we've got Aurora and Maleficent looking away from each other. Disney Sleeping Beauty. This is a limited release pin, which again, not the same as limited edition. Obviously, they restocked them. That doesn't necessarily mean they made any more of them, but they certainly got more of them in stock. And I really like the card actually on this one, which of course is always one of the issues with pins, is that if you take them off the card, I feel like you lose something. The card, it's got a nice, I don't know how it picks up in the camera. I think it picks it pretty well. It's got a nice shiny gold outline, and then the words are all in that shiny gold as well. But it's got the, I guess what I told it, I guess the Sleeping Beauty kind of logo on it. It's got nice renditions of Aurora, Maleficent, and Diablo, right? Because that was one of the ones I had asked about, I think, in last week's video. I didn't remember who Diablo belonged to, what movie it was from. Obviously, since they're here on the pin, they belong to Sleeping Beauty, which I think my wife had realized because she actually read the words on the card, which I didn't do in the video. She read the words on the card that said Maleficent on the card. Double pin back. It is a pretty chunky pin. It has got some pin on pin going on here, where the Sleeping Beauty crown logo is a separate piece from our antagonist and protagonist. And yeah, it's a very nicely done pin. I can definitely see my wife wanted it. It's a nice pin. I think goes well with the D23 one, just based on memory. And I'm glad we were able to ultimately get it. Now, from her disappointment to mine, this is the one that we just didn't order. I thought we had, and we hadn't. And it sold out, also restocked. And that is the Tiana's Bayou Adventure pin. Of course, that ride is getting ready to open up later on this year. This pin was released as part of Black History Month back in February. It's not why I was interested in it. I liked it because it's for the new ride. It's the first pin I've seen out for the new ride. It's got this lovely art card with it. And I think we can take it out. It's got words on the back. I don't know if I'm going to read all those words. There's a lot of words. I think they're all in English. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it's got some information here about the artist. But yeah, we have some concept art for the ride, including Tiana's tiara. I think I said that actually better than I thought I would. Tiana's tiara on a pillow, like in the little picture over here. It's got a nice kind of a glossy. It's not like an actual gem. It's not like plastic or glass or anything there that's actually transparent. It's just shiny green and shiny gold and little white shiny, actually, are those indents? Yeah, I think those are actually little divots to create the kind of look of there being gemstones there, like rhinestones or something. It's a fairly straightforward and simple pin, but I like it. But really, honestly, for me, what sells it to me is the card. I think it looks really nice as part of the card. I think it's cool that it's, again, one of the first pieces of merchandise that I have seen for the new ride. And let's take a look at the back here. I'm not sure if I'm going to read all this, but it does say this is Brittany L. Smith, Senior Production Designer, Specialty Design, Walt Disney Imagineering. It's got a little rendition of her signature on it. I will read this one part because that obviously is relevant to me. She also recently developed a new color scheme for the grim grinning ghosts found in the Haunted Mansion at Magic Kingdom Park. So, I mean, it's not the version that I've seen or will likely ever see, but, you know, she's got a Haunted Mansion connection, and that alone is enough to make her some room in my heart on this channel. But yeah, you can pause this and read all that. I see that she's also worked on Red in Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm guessing also in the Florida one. And recently the figures that are being fabricated for Tokyo Disney Fantasy Springs, including characters from Frozen and Tangled. So yeah, again, characters I'm never going to see, but I'm hoping this means that her designs and her work will show up in both the California and Florida versions of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's a single pin back, and it is, I believe, also limited release. Don't think it says on here. I'm glad that this came in the Disney Theme Park Merchandise, Lake Buena Vista, Florida. I'm glad that both these showed up in good condition. They came in those new style boxes that have like 15 rip strips on them and like collapsing on themselves. And they really do a good job with the crumpled up paper of holding stuff in good condition and getting it here nicely. But yeah, so we have both myself and my wife, our disappointments from Shop Disney for this year, from DisneyStore.com this year, have both been remedied by those pins coming back in stock. And our other two pins today are both D23 releases. My wife is a member of the D23, or rather a gold member of the D23 fan club. And while we still have not received our gold member box for this year, you could buy D23 exclusive pins, which we have done. Starting off with the limited release Donald Duck D23 gold member pin that you can wear to the park and let everybody know you are a gold member. Not as prestigious, I think, as being a magic key holder, but still pretty nice. It would be nice if being a D23 member actually got you anything of any value in the park, like access to, I don't know, a bar or something. Just, something to make you feel special for spending that $100 a year to get 4 issues of a magazine, a collectible box, and the ability to buy more pins. But that's an ability we do tend to use pretty well. So, yeah, we got the 15 years D23 gold member pin featuring Donald Duck. It is a double pin Mickey back. And yeah, the D23 ones are invariably by pin source. I'd never noticed that until I think earlier this year, maybe last year, that all the D23 pins come from pin source. Even though they look like the same pins as the normal Disney pins, they do appear to actually be made by a different manufacturer. Or at least they tell us that they're made by pin source, and they don't tell us that on the normal pins. But that's a nice rendition of Mickey Mouse. Oh, not Mickey Mouse, that's not Mickey Mouse at all. That's Donald Duck. It's a nice rendition of Donald Duck. And the little splash there is done up in Donald's hat color. Again, showed up in good condition. Not much to say about it. Basic, pretty thick, but otherwise just a fairly basic pin to go into your D23 gold member collection of your D23 gold member pins. And then our other D23 pin, I think released actually at the same time, but this one is a limited edition pin, limited edition of only 1,500, only 1,499 others of these floating around out there in the universe. And this is also celebrating 15 fantastic years of the D23 fan club. This one, of course, is one that even if I wasn't interested in the other D23 pin, which I am, I still am. This one features, of course, Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, and as you may know, that's kind of up there with Haunted Mansion and Chernobog as far as things that I kind of just have to buy when I see them. So yeah, we got our 15th anniversary D23 Sorcerer Mickey pin. It's got the 15 logo, which honestly to me looks a little bit like a disabled parking spot logo. So I think just the way they've got that looks like the circle on the wheelchair on a disabled parking logo, but that's probably just me. Again, fairly straightforward pin, also by Pin Source. This one is a double pin back because it is a little bit bigger, I think, than Donald was. A little bit chunkier, still pretty thick, but no pin on pin or anything here. D23 pins do seem to be more basic, but not in the way of, like, you know, saying something basic is bad. Basic doesn't mean bad. Basic just means it's basic. They're not usually, there's not moving bits or lights or sounds or pin on pin even. They're just nice, straightforward pins. We have done the parts of Mickey that are normally in black are done in gold. Looks like the camera's picking that up. They're very shiny and reflective, so you can definitely see the light glaring off of them if I turn it at the wrong angle. And probably see the camera itself, possibly even myself, hello if you can, in his reflection there when we look at it. But it's very nice. It's got the D23 logo on it. I don't quite get the significance of the colors, but I don't need to. It is a Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey pin, and that alone is enough to say, yes, we have to buy that. And that is going to about wrap us up for this week. We got the pins we thought we missed out on. We got the D23 pins, and now we've got to get ready to head over to At the Grounds in Roseville, California for day 2 of SAC Anime Roseville, SAC Anime Spring. It did rain on us yesterday. We're hoping for a little bit nicer weather today. It's only supposed to be like 40% chance of rain. Hopefully we'll be on the 60% side of that, not the 40%, but we'll see. It did rain on us yesterday. We did end up cutting it a little bit short, but I think we got most of the stuff for the haul portion of the video yesterday. We probably won't do a lot of shopping today, so we may not do a whole lot there today either if there's not any good panels. It may be a shorter SAC Anime video than normal, but we'll find out. We'll go check it out. It's it's a smaller show. There's less to do overall, and you're not in the middle of a downtown area where there's places to go and like hang out, like parks and Starbucks and stuff. It's kind of a 5-block hike to anywhere. Even going to AM PM is like 3 blocks. So, and especially if it's raining, who wants to do that? But we'll check it out. Maybe get some taiyaki. I don't know. We didn't get any taiyaki yesterday. Maybe get some taiyaki. But of course tomorrow, that's next Sunday's video, will be SAC Anime. Tomorrow's video will of course be the Easter blind basket. That's why everybody has like little bunny ears on. That's about as Easter decoration as we're gonna get here. So come on back for that if you like blind boxes, if you like seeing people spend money on blind boxes that aren't you and your money. Come on back for that. And again, Easter Bunny says, maybe some Lorcana in there. But let me know what you think of these pins. Which pins are your favorites? Do you think, respectfully, civilly, what do you think of Tiana's Bayou Adventure there? I think from the footage that's been released of the animatronics, it looks like it should be pretty good. I'm not going to say I won't miss and don't miss Splash Mountain, but much like I have accepted that for a full quarter of the year we don't get the Haunted Mansion, I can accept that Splash Mountain is a ride whose time had come. And instead of just being sorrowful of the loss of it, I do look forward to the future. But I hope you found today's video at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, go finish your Easter shopping. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.